Wishmaster by Robert Kurtzman. I remember watching this film years ago, probably on Sci-Fi or City or some thing on TV. And man, watching the opening on previews and trailers for other films, I just get this unsettling feeling of this bad distaste of the 90s. It's like, ugh. Just like I get this overwhelming sense of fear and just like loathing. And just like, wow, I hope we don't regress to that shit. I don't know, it's just maybe the culture, the time, the feeling, the mood, the atmosphere, or something among those or in between. I just feel blech. Just blech. Just like this, just fucking... I don't know. I love watching films from the 1980s, 70s, far before that, and the 1930s. I loved that because, you know, they had this novel idea to them. They had an identity. They had a feeling. It's just watching films from the 90s. It just like in modern day, it just feels so fucking tacky and just I don't know. It just bothers me. It just feels like something gets under my skin and just fucking twists my spine and just disgusting. Ugh. Enough of that bullshit. But Wishmaster is a okay film, mostly just because of Andrew Divoff's acting as the Jinn itself. His voice acting is fantastic. It's so deep. Wish for. Be careful what you wish for. Not even close, but it just sounds so awesome. His voice and just him out of the costume. He looks so cool. He has that menacing look to him. He's just such a memorable looking face. He was on Lost. TV show. He's the one-eyed guy. I'm not sure. I didn't watch that garbage. But moving on. It's an okay film. It's a fun film. It's really gross at some points. It does use practical effects mashed in with CGI. But if you know me, I'm more into the practical effects department with old makeup effects and just fucked upness. It's awesome. Just like it's quite gory at some points. Other points, it's fine. This film's slated as a dark comedy. I don't really see that much, really. I can understand Evil Dead. I can understand American Psycho. I can understand other films that are black comedies, you know. Brain Dead or those other ones. But this one, no. Has comedy bits in it, which all like horror films have, with monsters with personalities. Same with Freddy. They crack a joke once in a while. Early Freddy. I don't mind any version of Freddy. But speaking of Freddy, this film's also known for its tons of cameos of famous monster villains and redundantness. I will shut up. The Robert Englund is in here, and so is it Eli? Ted Raimi, yeah, Sam Raimi's brother, Ted Raimi, you know, he was in Xena, he's recognizable in some films. He was in Spider-Man, he played Kaufman, you know, talking about the Green Meanie. Ted Raimi's seen other things. He's in here, you know, probably an ode to Evil Dead because he did a lot of the makeup, he used a lot of the monsters in that. What else? Robert Englund, Ted Raimi, Kane Hodder, probably the most famous actor to play Jason Voorhees. He played a security guard here, and we got Tony Todd, who played Candyman, and Ben from the Night of the Living Dead remake, which I enjoyed. I liked that remake. That was good. Lead actress who played Nancy, and was it Nancy or Heather? I think it was Nancy. Not sure. I want to say Nancy. Anyway, she was in there. She's fucking sexy. But this Wishmaster, and speaking of non-sexy, the leading lady in here, played by Tammy something, I don't give a fuck. And my god, she has the ugliest fucking scare face you will ever meet. I don't want to be that guy who says wolf, like woof, like fucking Kat Von D, woof. And just like, ugh. Just like fucking when she gets that screamy scare face, it looks like she's fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger in Total Recall when they're outside on the surface of Mars and their heads are about to fucking explode and their eyeballs are about to burst out like fucking, slugs, And just like, don't make that face. And she does this every time a person makes a wish, because once they make the wish, she feels it because she awakened the jinn from the crystal diamond thingy, and she rubbed it and blew on it, and rubbing a lamp or an object or a fetish, as the original term fetish for little item, a token, whatever, knick-knack, and awaken the jinn itself, and whoever wakes it gets 3 wishes, and she has 3 wishes, and she screws up on those wishes because you have to be specific, and some of the wishes are they turn on you or something. Like good specific, you ask somebody if they don't want to see this, and they say yeah, and their eyes will fucking close up, or like you want to escape, and he wishes you into a water tank with a straitjacket. So it's a play on words. You have to carefully word your wishes, as it were. But it's film. It's a fun romp. There's a direct sequel to it with the same actor, and there's 2 other sequels where they changed the jinn's design and they changed a lot of things. And those 2 ones were filmed in Canada, I think, Winnipeg. But yeah, pretty good film. Give it a watch. It's basically just junk food, but hey, sometimes you need those carbs.